as we're moving into September of 2025, the flood of folks piling into Ireland from overseas continues unabated. Got some footage here today. First of all, to Nigerians who have landed themselves in Dublin, made their way to the IPO, the International Protection Office, down to the Lighthouse, which is a mission, Christian mission in Dublin. And from there, they've moved up to an iPass centre in Dundrum. And here we're going to hear them being questioned by the legendary Dublin Videos 2025. I think he's operating under the name of Dublin Media now. There'll be a link through to his TikTok channel in the description box underneath this video. We're going to hear a brief conversation with these two chaps, first of all. And secondly, he's going to do a walkabout down around this mission in the centre of Dublin. And I have some thoughts and opinions on that one, personal thoughts and opinions on that one, which we'll get to in just a minute. But before we get there, let's hear what these chaps have to say, fresh off the plane with their luggage in Dundrum in Dublin, where they're being afforded accommodation in an iPass centre after having been to the IPO. Let's hear what they say.
No more than now a suitcase is coming in. This is fucking scandalous. Where are you coming from, buddy?
We're coming from the Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse?
Yes, sir.
Where was before that, the IPO?
Yes, the IPO.
And the IPO tell you to come down to down here?
So we slept at there is a place we slept yesterday. We sent them the live location.
Yeah.
So they said they're going to send us a mail.
So they're giving you a room in here already? They're giving you a bed in here? Where are you from originally? Where are you from originally?
IPO.
No, where are you from? What country?
Okay, from Nigeria.
Nigeria? There's no war in Nigeria. Why you come here with all this suitcase? There's no wars in Nigeria. You from Nigeria as well?
Yeah.
There's no, why you come to Ireland? There's no wars in Nigeria. Why you in Ireland? Why you come here?
This is the right address?
Sorry?
Is this the right address they give us?
Yeah, it's in there. The iPass centre's in there. But why you come to Ireland from Nigeria? There's no war in Nigeria.
This guy in the blue knows that he's been rumbled.
This is the right address?
Sorry?
Is this the right address they give us?
Yeah, it's in there.
IPO.
Now, where are you from? What country?
Okay, from Nigeria.
Nigeria? There's no war in Nigeria. Why you come here with all this suitcase? There's no wars in Nigeria. You from Nigeria?
Look at this guy here. When he's being pressed on it, he becomes silent. He puts on that smirk on his face, and then he walks off whilst holding on to his smartphone with the sat nav on it and the earphones and the good kit. It might be added. So the process is you land in Dublin, you're coming from Nigeria with all your luggage, you go to the IPO, the International Protection Office, you claim you're fleeing from persecution or war or death, then they send you somewhere else. In this case, it was a Christian mission called the Lighthouse in the centre of Dublin, and from there, then they land up to an iPass centre funded by the Irish taxpayer, while they claim to be fleeing from war and death.
As well. Yeah. That's not why you come to
And it's also worth noting
Ireland.
as well,
Wars in Nigeria.
Look at that. In the background, I don't know what it is with the government's placement of these sites, but that is a childcare centre, Ashgrove Childcare Centre. I don't know anything about that business. I'm not making any statements about that business, but what I'm saying is that business is located directly opposite what is now a huge men's iPass centre in Dundrum in Dublin. And how many times have we seen these centres being opened or being constructed, bordering primary schools, bordering secondary schools, bordering the local community parks and community centres? I find that highly strange, the fact that these centres pop up opposite childcare centres, and it's the length and breadth and depth of Ireland that this is happening.
Why you in Ireland? Why you come here?
This is the right address?
Sorry?
Is this the right address they give us?
Yeah, it's in there. The iPass centre's in there. But why you come to Ireland from Nigeria? There's no war in Nigeria. You come to Ireland to stay here.
There's no war. I already have come and said to the IPO office.
You went to the IPO and they sent you down here? Yeah. All right, no problem. Thank you.
Like I just admitted it. He said, yeah, there's no war. There's no war. There's no war. But here we are. Made it all the way to Dublin.
There you go. We're coming out from Nigeria.
The luggage.
Shocking what's going on. Off the plane, put in here straight away. Well, our own homeless is on the street. This breaks my heart. Over and out.
Good, well said. well said, landing over here from Nigeria, making their way straight into Dublin, and from Dublin then they're sent up to this iPass and given a room, given a roof over their head, given hot meals, given a weekly allowance. That's what they'll get. While there are how many Irish people sleeping on the streets, homeless and absolutely destitute. Now, from there, let's flip down to some footage in Dublin. This is where these gentlemen came from to get to the iPass Centre.
Let's take a look at this place. Look at this. All Africans. Okay. Shocking what's going on in this country.
No, I can't. I'm not sure. I will ask him.
Back around the other way again. Come on. Sleeping bags handed to them.
Now this is a homeless mission in the centre of Dublin, and I went on and I looked this one up. Okay, and props to them. It's a non-denominational Christian mission in the centre of Dublin. I take my hats off to them. They're better people than I am running an endeavour like that. It's been going for about over 150 years. So I think it was originally founded back in 1858. I might be mistaken about that, but check it out. Lighthouse Dublin. Go and look it up, and you can see the history. And basically what their aims are, they aim to provide, without asking any questions, a hot meal, some spiritual guidance if it's needed. If it's not, at least to minister under people's physical needs, to provide them with a roof over their head if they can, or a hot meal. And for that, I can't do anything but commend them. Now, the question is, with an organization like that, with funding, I believe they'll receive donations and subscriptions. I don't know anything about their background or their setup, but they'll only have a finite amount of resources. And if it is an actual independent, non-denominational Christian organization, believe you me, the funding will be very, very thin on the ground. It will be very thin on the ground unless it's supported by an NGO. I don't know if it is, but what I'm saying is the work that they're doing, I doff my cap to them. However, how much extra strain are they being put under by the fact that Dublin is now being swamped by people who are simply coming here to get benefits? They're not contributing. They're not working. They're not adding anything into society whatsoever. They're simply here because of what they can get. And this goes round and round and round. You know, I'm not judging anyone who's operating this centre. They're not asking any questions. They're not asking any questions. But the fact of the matter is, if the Irish government weren't rolling out the red carpet and throwing the doors open to everyone and promising them a roof over their head and a future and benefits and this, that, and the other, which very many people are availing of without actually contributing anything, would these people even be here in the first place? Okay? Because resources are finite and resources are limited. And the point is, if people are coming in from another country simply to take a finite resource and a finite amount of support, then it's taking it from the people that are living on the streets in Dublin. It's as simple as that. But that's the position that we're in.
Joke what's going on. Sent down here from the IPO with their sleeping bags and their tents. Park up in the parks for the night, and then they're given a night pass the next day. Said, it's down Pearse Street, the light.
So that's the setup. That's the setup. So you rock into Dublin, you go to the IPO Centre, the International Protection Office Centre, try and claim asylum, you give an interview, you tell them why you're here. They'll send you somewhere maybe with a sleeping bag until you're given an IPAS, International Protection Accommodation Services Centre, something more permanent. And in the meantime, there's other support mechanisms available there. And then what? And then what? It just can't continue. Just can't continue. Because there is only a finite amount of time, energy, resources, and space that people can be put before the whole thing collapses. So anyway, that's just a little overview of what's happening. As we speak, as you watch, as you listen, no matter where you are in the world, it's probably happening in your country too. So as always, leave me your thoughts, comments, and opinions below. Check out the description box underneath this video to get a link through to the channel. The guy does walkabouts all over Dublin. He's brilliant. Brilliant. I can't recommend him highly enough. And also, if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to this channel. I'm Rick Munn. This is No Risk, No Reward Media. Over and out.